Hi, everyone. Today is day 4, and we're looking forward to a good day today and the lessons on optimism. This is an especially exciting one because we're going to give a good framework for us, for everybody, whether we're adults or kids, to use to change our thought patterns so that we become more optimistic. How many of you have heard your child, or maybe even yourself, I know it's true for me, where we've used words like never or always? It may be like no one will ever, or I always end up doing badly, or it might be a little bit different language, but the same kind of thought. I was so stupid to think, or I've never been good at writing. I got grounded because I am bad. Or when good things happen, they may see it as caused by specific factors like I'm smart at math, or I got the part in the play because I'm a good singer, not because I've got talent. Learning to look at situations as an opportunity to learn a lesson and to see ourselves in optimistic ways with our failures or miscues or challenges or adversities, as being both temporary and specific and behavioral. All of those things, whether are changeable, and they will change the next time. So we ask ourselves, what virtue do I need, or what can I do different, or what did I learn that can be applied to this kind of situation? Those are the kinds of questions that we really want to learn to ask. Many of the messages that our kids hear, and we have to say it's not just our kids, it's us too, come from our own thoughts and beliefs. Hi, I'm Joe Van Doren, and I help parents bring out the best in their children and themselves. This description that we've just made isn't anything new. As a parent, we've seen it in our kids, and maybe we've experienced it ourselves. It's not unusual for any of us to have a thought or a belief that comes up that changes how we feel about something. But what we know is that, and what we believe is that all of those times make a difference in how we respond to something the next time and the next time. We know that people and kids, that when they're optimistic, it helps them to be safe and healthy, successful and happy. If they're pessimistic, there are 3 things that are true. First off, they get depressed more often. Second, they achieve less in all parts of their life. And third, and this was a little surprising to me, that their physical health suffers too. So pessimism is not just about being a realist. It's really damaging to our children, or to others, or to ourselves, if we live with that kind of viewpoint. But the good news is that optimism can be learned, and we need to learn to purposefully change the way that we think. There was a man named Albert Ellis who created was really one of the founders of cognitive therapy, and in that he developed this model which he called the ABC model. And we're going to use that model today as we think about how to look at optimism. The A stands for adversity. So what was the event that was seen as negative? The B stands for belief, and that is what do you believe, or how do you interpret the event? And that can either be a positive thing or a negative thing. And the C stands for consequences. What were the results of the beliefs or the interpretations of the adversity? Interestingly, it is the pessimistic beliefs that result in one of 2 very powerful influences on us. And the first one is a self-fulfilling prophecy, and the other one is a confirmation bias. So if we're pessimistic, it can result in us acting or speaking in a way that makes our belief come true. So we believe this, and then the way we act, creates the situation over again. And then that really leads to the second part, where the evidence, we look at the evidence, and the only part of the evidence that we see is the one that confirms our viewpoint. So not unusual. We've all probably done that at some time. So here's how it works. On a piece of paper, write the word adversity and then describe the facts of the situation. This is simply the facts: the who, what, where, and when. The why is not a part of the adversity. The why is part of your beliefs. So don't write your whys in this section here. And the goal is to be specific and non-evaluating. The next column is for our beliefs. And this is where you record how you interpreted the adversity. This is the area for your thoughts, not your feelings. The difference is that you can check the accuracy of a belief. Feelings are not right or wrong, and there's no accuracy to be checked. It's just a feeling. And feelings go into the consequence column. And so C is for the consequences, and it's there that we write the result. What did you do or say, and what was the feelings you had? How did you react to it or respond to it? So here's an example, a kid example. Their adversity is they forgot to turn in their homework, and the teacher asked them, why you're always late handing in your homework? And the child might have this belief now that the teacher hates them, or the teacher doesn't understand them, or the teacher doesn't think that they can do anything right. And the consequence is they feel angry about it, or they're afraid of how the teacher's going to treat them the rest of the year. So you get the idea. Our beliefs drive our feelings. So if you were to take that same situation and turn it around a little bit and into an optimistic viewpoint, it would be like this. You forgot to turn in the homework. The teacher asks you why you're late, always late handing in homework. And your belief, if you're an optimist, is, well, I got my homework done, and maybe what I need is more orderliness to be sure it gets turned in on time. And the consequence is I still feel good about myself and see the virtue that I can use to do better next time. Now, we need, as a child or even as an adult, sometimes we're going to need help in thinking through and going through those things. And that's what we do as parents. We're going to help guide our children through that. Checking our beliefs for accuracy is one step to creating an optimistic attitude that does not shame or blame others or ourselves. Our goal is to see adversity, failure, or mistakes as being temporary. This is, it's this time, not all the time, not always. And a behavior that we've displayed is something that can be adjusted or can be changed to create a better outcome. And this is a great start to overcoming a pessimistic point of view without blaming our character. Remember, all of us have all of the virtues inside of us already, so it's not really a character issue. We may need to develop some of those virtues a little bit more, and our behavior can always be changed. So I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you got something out of this in the ABC method. And tomorrow we're going to look at things that look at another positive way of taking pessimism out of our life. We're going to talk a little bit about setting incremental goals and celebrating the wins in a great way. So see you on Friday.